My wonderful, beautiful, amazing Libra. I'm Gabriella from Gabriella's Vampire Tarot. For today, I'm going to be doing a general read, a 9-card spread. I'm going to be using the regular tarot deck, clarify with the vampire deck, draw a special vampire card, draw a vampire oracle, and draw 3 yes or no answers for thee. So let's get started with your reading. General card is the 4 of Cups. So let's look at the first row, which is also the past. Start off with 9 of Swords, Queen of Swords, and King of Wands. Interesting, my beloved Libra, man or woman, whoever's watching. What I kind of see here is in the past, there was a bit of a nightmarish kind of worry kind of situation regarding the 9 of Swords. And, it's like I'm kind of getting that this is maybe a bit of a self-doubt kind of situation. And the thing is, it's like sometimes it happens, ebbs and flows. One moment you feel like you're on top of the world. Everything is just going your way. Everything is just beautiful and harmonious. And then the next thing, you just deal with an unexpected or maybe an upcoming, nightmare situation that you pretty much just think, yeah, I was not expecting this at all. So the thing is, it's like, But yet, I love seeing these two together, which is actually you, man or woman, in your powerful suit as a Queen of Wands with a good analytical and strategy, some kind of really good determined plan. And here is the beautiful King of Wands, somebody of power, passion, and also, because what I like is, how these two cards are facing each other. This could be on one side of you and this could be the other side, and you somehow come into an agreement of some kind, because, it's like, yeah, I mean, it's too bad, that there was definitely some kind of nightmare situation. I mean, I'm not really getting anything per se, but I'm just actually just getting that, it's like, okay, well, 1 minute you feel like, oh goodness, it's like everything is just not going my way, everything is just bad, but then, here comes your saving part, thinking, what, actually, it'll be okay. That's kind of what I'm getting here, it's like that, there's still this strong side of you, that pretty much can handle anything, and here's this beautiful, strong passion about you. Well, I'm going to have to look at the other cards, especially the clarification, for a better view of the situation. Okay, I mean, you do get, in current times, the 9 of Cups reverse, which is kind of like the opposite of fulfillment. So, you pretty much just don't really feel anything. But yet, it's like you have an idea of which way you're going, and for some reason everything is now working out for you with the 6 of Pentacles, because this is kind of like a give and take kind of card. It's like, either you're giving something or you're receiving something. So I'm kind of getting, it's like, okay, it's like maybe, it's, well, maybe actually, what's actually, popping into my head right now is a job or something, that you pretty much, were worried about in the past. Maybe you were worried about being, fired of some kind. Maybe, you had to resign, or maybe, you were one of the lucky ones that pretty much got out of that whole, potential threat. Because the thing is, it's like, I do see that there's no fulfillment for, right now. But yet, actually, no, what's actually now coming into my mind right now is I sense that there's a transition, that you're kind of transitioning in from the old job of, whatever happened with the 9 of Swords into the new job. And, for some reason, this job or current situation that you're in is not giving you any kind of fulfillment. But yet you're pretty much still analytical and determined in your own way as a Queen of Swords in the past to think, okay, we're going to actually, choose a different direction, and hey, we're in a way better situation than before. So that's kind of what I'm now getting is, it's like, some people, sadly enough, when an organization or company is not really working out, that, they're forced to let people go and stuff like that. So I kind of got that feeling, of thinking, oh goodness, I'm, and that's what the 9 of Swords of a Nightmare was all about, is pretty much just thinking, okay, it's like, where do I go from here? But then here is, your analytical side, your confidence, but yet, you're in a current position of not feeling fulfillment, but yet, you pretty much already have figured it out along the way. Remarkable. I'm not surprised. I think this is very, very beautiful. In the future, you get 4 of Swords. This is all about having to rest up. 3 of Pentacles, meaning there's partnership and you're not alone. And Eight of Cups. Okay, now the thing is, it's like I'm getting, it's like, okay, it's really good to start resting up, especially, in the future, after, you've had to go through, some drama moments of the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Cups reversed of not feeling fulfillment at all. So I actually do see you kind of recovering and resting up in the future. It's really good, and this is actually one of your, swords. I mean, the Two of Swords reversed is also one of your beautiful, powerful swords because it's also, a sense of direction of saying, I know which way I'm going to go. I know which sword to choose. And this is, well, two of the four swords, that you're pretty much hung up because you pretty much have figured out which way you're heading, and now it's time to kind of rest up. The thing is well, you still have other people around you for support, but yet, you're kind of walking away from something or you're heading towards something new. Now, I'm actually more or less getting the sense that you're heading towards something new. And this whole, I love the Three of Pentacles. It's like you could have Earth of Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo somewhere in your star chart. But I'm just getting, it's like these people are pretty much there for a reason, as some, form of support and backup and stuff like that. And now you're pretty much heading off towards, the real future goal of whatever it may be. Because the thing is, it's like I'm getting, your current situation, you're not happy at all because of what happened in the past. So, sometimes, whatever happens in the past can still resonate in current times. But to be honest, I think, you're going to be wonderful, sometime in the future. Can't say when, where, or how. Now let's start with the clarification, or continue, I mean. So for Nine of Swords, well, you feel, the sense of, worries and stuff like that because you get the Emperor. Now, the Emperor, could be an Aries, but it could also be a boss individual. And what I'm kind of guessing is, this boss individual just really made your life miserable or, will pretty much force you to resign because I'm kind of really getting, a resignation, in my mind. My senses are pretty much, telling me about resignation. But what I'm kind of just getting, okay, is that there was a real, controlling individual. It could have even been a woman, it doesn't per se have to be a man based off of this card. But I'm just getting that there was definitely a troubled situation that took place, sometime with a boss type. So, and that's what pretty much, caused you worries. For the Queen of Swords, you were incredibly analytical because you got the Two of Pentacles. So what I saw here is, you had to juggle, so many obligations and responsibilities in one go, but yet you managed quite well as the Queen of Swords, man or woman, whoever is watching. Because, it's like, okay, sometimes you're dealing with a nightmare situation, but here you come in one of your strong, powerful suits, pretty much just saying, we're gonna, I can handle this. We're gonna just, we'll face this head on, and everything is just gonna work out wonderfully. Amazing, and I'm not surprised. Why? Because, you can do that. This is you and your analytical, determined, and strategic, mindset of thinking, okay, it's like we're going to head that way. If it was reversed, this would have meant, lack of confidence, and if you would have had, both of these of thinking, well, I'm not sure I can handle this, but since both of these came up upright, remarkable. I'm impressed. And I'm just amazed. For the King of Wands, you get the Ten of Scepters. So, you have so much responsibility. You're pretty much carrying a heavy load of any kind of, responsibilities or obligations and stuff like that. But you're in a very confident situation. Man or woman, whoever's watching this. And this is wonderful and powerful. I mean, you could even have fire of Leo, Aries. Why do I keep saying Aquarius? Because we're in Aquarius season. But Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius in your star chart. But and the Ten of Wands is also like a fire card. But this is all about, how you can actually handle anything. It's like you're strong, you're independent, you're courageous, you're, just incredibly powerful in your own way. And that's what I love to see. You have the Queen of Swords, and you have the King of Swords, which could also be an alternative side to you. So I'm impressed. You don't feel fulfillment in the current times, but you do get the Three of Cups, and it's an act of celebration. So this is probably either, some kind of saving grace kind of moment, where there's some kind of, moment to actually, celebrate or anyway, but it could also be, that you're, amongst, friends and family who are incredibly supportive of you. So, sometimes, it's like, the phrase beggars can't be choosers. It's like sometimes you have to take it or leave it. And in this situation, it looks like, you took it. But of course, it's not really going to be fulfillment because, a beggar cannot choose. A beggar has to take it or leave it. Not saying you are a beggar, but it's like, in any kind of situation, if there was a, some kind of job, what do you call yeah, career conflict or something, and you're in a transition. It's like, okay, you try out for all of these different types of positions, but it's like, sometimes you have to kind of, will start off at a in a new position or something that you just think, oh my goodness, this is not giving me any kind of fulfillment, but yet it is something worth achieving in the sense of also celebrating. So that's kind of what I see here. For a Two of Swords, you know exactly which way you're heading towards with the Nine of Skulls. Wonderful. It just seems like, you already know deep down inside, it's like, okay, sometimes, you have to take it or leave it. But the thing is, it's like, it looks like, that you're pretty much just thinking, okay, right now, it may not be fulfilling at all. I may, will feel, a sense of like, oh goodness, it's like, I don't like, the current position I'm in. But yet, it's like, hey, this is where you come out in a very strong, powerful moment as well of knowing, okay, this is just temporarily. But pretty soon, if I want to get the Nine of Pentacles, I'm going to have to head off into that direction or that direction. And that's kind of course, your analytical side of being the Queen of Swords. Unbelievable. This is wonderful because, deep down, you know exactly where you're heading towards. And just like with anything, anything new or anything temporary is always just temporary. It's not like you're just stuck in any kind of situation forever, like in most cases, for example. I mean, it's also... And for Six of Pentacles, you get the Chariot. Wonderful. You're going to be receiving something, quite fast, and determined, well, pretty soon in current times. Can't say when, where, or how. It could be at the end. I mean, yeah, we're already at the end of January, but somewhere maybe in February or March or something, And the thing is, it's like, why not? Because, it's like, you're kind of playing in this very good analytical game. And what this analytical game is either the waiting game, where you're pretty much just saying, okay, I'm going to just, deal with this Nine of Cups reverse situation, for the time being, but it's not going to be forever. Or you're already in your analytical phase where you're pretty much saying, okay, I'm determined, I know which way I want to head, and this is what's going to, will finally give me fulfillment, purpose, because I'm finally, getting something I truly want and need and desire. Wow. Unbelievable. I am not surprised at all, with anyone who's watching this channel, because the thing is you're all, very determined and analytical in your own way. For the Four of Swords in the future, you get Queen of Pentacles. So, you're going to be resting up because you already get this beautiful job of stability, a working parent, I mean, you can be a mother or father, or, if you're in a single situation, the thing is you're going to be in a very beautiful situation, and from all of the waiting, from all of the traveling, from all of the hard work and determination and passion, you're finally going to get that beautiful job sometime in the future. Can't say when, where, or how, but you're going to have to rest up for it because, this is a really big deal. This is exactly what you wanted and needed. And, it's like, yeah, you could have Earth of Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, because those are also about, rational thinkers, and, why not? This is just very beautiful for you. Amazing. I love this. The fact is that, it's like you guys know how to, think ahead. You guys know exactly which direction you're heading towards. For the Three of Pentacles, you still have support and backup from friends, but you get the Hermit. So the thing is, it's like, you could be in a very closed off, circle, but you could also just, think, okay, it's like, I have, support and stuff like that from other people, or maybe other people are going to be joining me on this new endeavor, but I need to kind of, do a bit of, a self-reflection, and that's what the Hermit is also about, is pretty much, is doing a lot of self-reflection of thinking, okay, it's like, how do we go from here? We've achieved this wonderful Queen of Pentacles, situation, but right now I do need to do some inner clarity thinking, and of course, it'll take all the time you need. Rest up and do a lot of self-reflection, do a lot of, thinking, and, anything, that really helps you, grow and develop and expand and stuff like that for a way better future and stuff like that. But, and the thing is with the Eight of Cups, you get the Six of Grails. So what I'm kind of, getting here is, you're kind of doing a bit of self-reflection, because maybe, it's like, with the Eight of Cups, it's kind of like saying, I want to go back to the past with the Six of Cups. why would you want to go back to the past? Because, it's like whoever that emperor was, it's like obviously that individual just caused a lot of grand nightmares for you. And why would you want to think, well, my current situation is different and stuff like that. I mean, okay, everybody is different. Everybody, feels and acts and thinks different. But the thing is why would you want to actually, consider going back to the past? I mean, this is also about just kind of walking away from even the past, that could even be, we're walking away from the past. But I would just let any kind of past situation go, especially if it gave you nightmares. Wow. Okay. Well, let's pull your special vampire card for you. Four of Swords. Okay. Yeah, your second Four of Swords. So what I'm kind of getting here is, you just need to rest up and we'll take it easy and stuff like that, because, when you're in a fully rested, mindset and stuff like that, that could also help with clarity and also, planning and strategizing ahead, like how you pretty much already did in the past. So, we'll rest up as much as you can, instead of, sleeping for 8 hours, maybe, even sleep, for, 10 or 11 or even 12 hours for all I care. But, no, but it's really important to kind of, help with clarity, so you pretty much know exactly, where you're heading towards and how to handle situations. But my suggestion, because I'll never give out orders, would be you try to avoid going back to the past. It's like, even for me as a vampire, it's like I constantly think about, every so often, like maybe once or twice a week, I'll always think about thinking, well, if only I would have just walked away from my store, or if I would have, locked it, on time and stuff like that, then I wouldn't have been in the situation. So, it's like, it's easy to constantly be looking back at the past and think, oh yeah, the past was way better and easier manageable. Well, it's like the past is the past, and what you do right now will impact your future. So the thing is, if you want to keep thinking about the past, it's not going to help out with any kind of future goals and plans, right? Okay, well, let's see what the Oracle has for my beloved Libra. Natural, authentic, real, and organic. Okay, so obviously, you seem to be like a real, individual, authentic, in the sense, and well, maybe you're in the organic situation and natural. But what I'm just, getting here is, you want to make sure that everything is realistic, okay? You want to make sure, that your strategy is 100%. All the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed, and well, man, woman, blonde, brunette, redhead. But what I'm kind of getting here is you want to make sure, that everything, well, is real. Because if you constantly only look at the past and think, okay, this is, it's like, yeah, the past looked, way better, even though you got this Emperor and the Nine of Swords situation. I mean, yeah, it's like you can't change the past and stuff like that, but you have to be, real and honest with yourself. Because, if you're not getting any kind of fulfillment right now, okay, it's like change, and that's what I actually saw you doing for the best. And, well, doing, self-reflection is very good to help with, realistic expectations and goals and rational thinking. So, to be honest, I think you're doing quite a good job. But, it's like you want to avoid, constantly thinking about the past and thinking, oh yeah, yeah, those times were better. But, the thing is I think you're actually going to be way okay. Alrighty, I'm going to finish off with 3 yes or no answers. Please feel free to pause this video and think about the questions you want answered. Sadly, for number 1, you get no, because you get the second Nine of Cups reversed. Sadly, for number 2, you also get no, because you get the High Priestess reversed. And sadly, you will no for number 3, because you get the Seven of Cups reversed. Well, my beloved, beautiful Libra, I'm going to have to leave it at this, but I want to thank you all so very much for supporting me and my channel. I love you guys incredibly, so thank you all so very much. I love you guys incredibly. In a few days, I'm going to go back to general love rings. I'm going to go back and forth between general love for now, but I just want to say how much I admire you guys, so thank you all so much. I love you guys.